G'day everyone, it's Nick here from Hobby House, and today we're looking at the Proving Grounds, which is the starter kit, 4-player starter kit for Riftbound, the brand new trading card game based on League of Legends, a highly popular PC game. I'll start off by saying I decided quite a while ago not to buy into this. When I was looking at the game, the support, the manufacturer, and their approach to the game, I decided that I won't be cracking with the intention of selling singles, and I won't be holding any of this product long term in terms of an investment. I will be playing it though, because it is a very enjoyable game. Saying that, when I made that decision, I didn't look at the product in great detail, and I didn't realise that 3 of my favourite characters were going to be exclusives in this Proving Grounds kit, being Yi, Lux and Garen. Each of these 4 leaders in here has 6 to 7 cards with the OGS numbers, which are exclusive to this Proving Grounds kit. So I had to go out and get myself one, and we'll be looking at a bit more detail reasons why I decided not to buy into this game throughout the video. But yeah, I'm happy to have this and share it with you all. So people that don't know, the game is produced by UVS Games under license of Riot, and it was designed for the Chinese market. So the game was released 1st of August in China, in Chinese of course, and then it's been translated and reproduced for the Western market and came out on 31st of October. In Australia, funny story, not so funny for those that were really keen to get it, all of our stock actually got sent to New Zealand, and it actually delayed our release events until the 7th of November, so we've only just got our hands on stuff and been able to start playing. And that's actually one of the reasons why I chose not to buy in. This is Riot and UVS don't care if the Western market fails. The card game is designed for Chinese market, where League of Legends is hugely popular and successful, and if they're successful in China, which they are, the Western market is secondary. And there's a few things that have happened during the recent couple of weeks which have highlighted that. First being week 1, pre-release events, and there's an errata list that's, if you go onto their website, it's 14 pages of card erratas. If you don't know what an errata is, it's where they've printed something on the card but it doesn't say what they wanted it to say. 14 pages is huge. Admittedly, it's 31 cards or 10% of the total set list, which it's still a huge number. Like, I think Magic the Gathering, their last 3 sets, they've had 1 or 2 cards that have been errated on release. One Piece had a dodgy beginning, but the last set had one card that needed an errata because of a typo, and one which was misprinted. So 10%, it's kind of, it's poor planning, probably poor play testing, and a bit of laziness. I mean, it's, when I say One Piece had a interesting history, it's, if those you don't know, the first set this game has the same issue too. There's cards which let you select one card. The actual text for good mechanics in play is to say up to one card, so you can select 0. One Piece, 60% of the cards in the first set had 1 or 2 written on it instead of up to. So they had to be errated throughout further printings to fix that issue in the English version. Now, UVS have said that they won't be errata-ing cards with printings. They'll only be doing it in the online rules. So there's no first edition. Every product you buy of Riftbound for each set is going to be exactly the same. There's going to be no differences. Look through here. There's no printing dates like other card games. So everything in this box and in the booster boxes will have the original English errors on them, and so will all the reprints. So without that first edition collector sort of thing, there's no reason to hold original product. The next product's just going to be the same. There might be slight differences in print quality, but not what you're going to require to sort of justify the huge prices that things like set 1 of One Piece gather. We've actually seen that recently with Star Wars Unlimited. It's another print-to-demand model where there was a huge reprint of set 1. The cards were all identical, no changes, slight change in print quality, but basically that print-to-demand model meant that after set 6, when the rotation gets announced, set 1 of Star Wars is basically worthless. You're basically buying cardboard in the long term. Another thing on value is UVS have said that the prizes will hold the rarity, so it's going to create an interesting sort of dynamic where it will become highly competitive, people chasing those high value cards that will be only available at high level events. It could shape the community. It's good that they've got the 4-player and the 2-player modes released simultaneously, because the 4-player will hopefully breed a lot more of the casual play and sort of temper that highly competitive scene, which League of Legends, if you don't know, has a pretty torrid background with the level of toxicity online in gameplay was really put a lot of people off it. Yeah, I would hate to be a gamer girl in the original days of League. As soon as you say something, you'd be harassed. So for all those reasons, I've sort of decided it isn't collectible. If you look at Star Wars Unlimited, which has a print-to-demand model like Riftbound does, and compare that to something like One Piece or Magic the Gathering, which have restricted and limited cards, there's clear advantages and disadvantages to both. This hopefully should favour gameplay, which is awesome because the gameplay is great. Now, saying that, product has been really hard to get hold of because, like every card game in the last 3 years, demand has gone crazy with, I think, COVID bringing everyone back to their hobbies and stuff. The trading card market's gone gangbusters. People want to collect, people want to play. So the orders for printing, being as far in advance as they have to be, they haven't been able to really forecast to a great level of detail, and product has been in short supply. Pardon me. This Proving Ground set retails for 30 USD. You can buy it from the Riot portal, from the merch center. I think it's 30. It's 30 pounds and 30 euros as well. And in Australia, we've got the fortunate thing of paying $60 for it. So I don't know why we lucked out. We've double the price of everyone else. The exchange rate's not that bad here. But yeah, 60 retail. Now, because demand was like far exceeded the supply, the price on the secondary market of these has gone through the roof. And I will say, anyone watching this, don't go and buy on the secondary market. There is more product coming. There will be supplies of product. Don't go to your resident Pokebro and pay. I think the most expensive I saw was $450. That's 7.5 times the retail price on eBay. It is not worth this much. And when we're looking at value too, because this was released in China and then Australia, we've found ourselves in the same situation as One Piece, where there is a preview of the meta, which it drives the meta chasers to certain cards. Master Yi being one of them. He came second or runner-up in the national in China, which was a 2,000 player tournament. So the value of his card is the same as the RRP of this box, and his unit is half the value of the RRP of this box, which is kind of crazy when you think about it, especially for a game with so many characters. It's going to have so many leads, there's going to be so much variety in this. We will very quickly see those top meta decks hopefully not dominate competition, but let's be realistic, they are going to. Which, I think it leaves a bit of a sour taste in your mouth when you want to have fun, enjoy the game, explore the game through the cards. With One Piece, you've got the Japanese meta, and the last pre-release I went to, the last couple, OP13 and OP12, you're sitting in there opening brand new packs and people are already talking about the next set. Kind of takes away from the enjoyment of opening a new set. And yeah, when you've got likes of Good Games here in Australia selling this for $200, like, absolute disgusting. Actually, one of the reasons I've started my own store is because their behaviour. Like, if you're gonna spruik buying power and use that as your model, we should be passing that on to consumers, not selling stuff for market value. So yeah, before we crack into this, I did buy this from another store. It's actually Joe's Java in Craneborn, Victoria. Lovely bloke. He actually sold me this for $70, which is only 10 above retail. I got it shipped here. Yeah, he's got a small cafe down in Victoria, which he's starting to expand into trading cards, which is the same pathway I'm on. So I wish him all the best of luck and yeah, go check him out if you're down in Victoria. Right, here we go. So we've got the how to play guide. I think it comes with little counters for counting your points. Actually, just as I've opened this, it's reminded me of one of the other reasons I decided not to buy, and this is that the art's all CGI. It's not there's very few cards that are actually not from gameplay or computer generated. One of my big things for me is art on trading cards. I really enjoy collecting and looking at the art. So we should have our playmats, and they come in a solid cardboard. The rules on there, which is very handy. So there should be one of these for each player. So we've got Master Yi, got Annie there. It's a bit difficult to get out of the box, sorry. Should be Garen and Lux. Then we've got our decks. Oh, nice. These are actually acrylic, which is pretty cool. Scratched all buggery. Yeah, that's pretty neat. So we've got one of them for each character. You use that as your points counter. 8 points to win the game. That's neat. I didn't expect him to be acrylic like that. Shame it's all scratched up, but then we got the 4 decks. Now, at retail price, this has to be probably the best starter product I've ever seen. Oh, we've got oversized battlefields too. That's great. Like, no other starter products for $30, $60, whichever country you're in, gives you this amount of content. Yeah, crazy. Like $7.50 a deck. If we can open it. These the regular starters are super difficult to open as well. So yeah, there's cards, and you notice on here we've got the OGS code. So the OGS, there's 24 cards which are unique and only available in this starter deck. So you got Garen, his champion unit, another champion unit, and then I've got 2 of each of them. Next up we have the Lux deck. Please forgive my editing. My phone stopped recording for some reason midway through yesterday. So we've got the Legend, champion unit by 2. Second champion unit by 2. A signature spell. I used to love playing this character in League. Spark had such extended reach. Just knock off so many characters at a time. And she's got 3 of a unit, OGS, and then the rest are all OGN. So I started talking about the quality of these cards yesterday. You can see, hopefully on there, the edges are quite furry. Just grab another deck here. Yeah, they're not cut very well at all. I don't know if you can tell, the edges of these are not collectible. So I've not seen many cards at all that have a clean cut on the edges that aren't full of fur. Annie. the League Legend, 2 of the Champion unit, 2 of... Oh, this guy is regular set, so he's not AGS. 2 more of this Champion unit. A signature unit, which is an interesting one, and a spell. And then the rest are all Oregon's basic. And last but certainly not least, we've got Master Yi. Remember when I first started playing League, Yi was the go-to dude because you could sit in the jungle, try and pop out with your R and your Qs every now and then, help your team. But he scaled really well and was very good for beginners, especially sitting in the jungle. Can't mess up too much. Yeah, we've got the Legend, 2 of the Champion unit, 2 of the second Champion unit, 2 of his signature spell, and we've got 3 of this unit. So those are all the decks, and last but not least, we've got these ones. Now these sorry about that's probably really loud. These are cool. Oversized battlefields is like, that's it for 4-player. Using the small ones is quite odd, but that's cool. That'll really stand out on the field. But yeah, so there we have it. So overall, would I say it's worth it? Most definitely yes. I wouldn't be paying exorbitant amounts that people are demanding on the secondary market. But if you compare it to the other starter kits, you get a deck, a pack, a cheap paper playmat, and you don't get a token. You got regular size battlefields instead of these oversized ones. So yeah, I mean, you got about $100 worth just on raw base value, regardless of what the play value of these is. Only criticism of this is the actual tray that this comes in. You can't fit the unsleeved cards in here for storage, let alone sleeving them, which you'd want to do to protect them for long-term play. So that's one fix that I would have put on this kit, is having deeper card trays to let you store it all in one, because to store the placemats, they're very rigid, so you're pretty much going to have to keep this box as it is and store them in here. So it's probably my only criticism of this starter kit. Overall, it's by far the best starter kit I've seen from a trading card game in a long time. So very happy, and thanks for watching.